So I do have names for these two. I'm really sad that I didn't get to get them on film being born, but I can't be upset when the mom does a good job and she's a first timer and she loves them. But this little girl, she is a gold with blue eyes. You can see how beautiful she is. And I'm actually going to name her Tahila Yada. I know it sounds crazy, but both are supposedly Hebrew words for praise. And I've always wanted a gold blue-eyed girl, and with this pairing, I shouldn't be picky on colors or blue eyes, but that's just something I've always wanted. I've never had a blue-eyed girl that was gold, and she's out of Lunar and she's out of a Willow granddaughter, so I praised. I was very happy when I saw that she was a she, number one, that she had blue eyes and she was gold, and she's just the sweetest little thing. She looks so much like a little lamb. It's so cute. So her name is Tahila. And then behind her, we've got her sister, who is a spunky little baby. And her name is Chikorita. I believe that's Spanish for little pea or little sweet pea. So, and because her dam's name is Chicken Hawk, I wanted to kind of give a nod to Chicken Hawk. So we have Chikorita and Tahila. Chicken Hawk did a good job. You did a good job. You did so good. You're such a good mom. We'll see how you do on the milk stand tomorrow, though. Let's see how you do on the milk stand. I didn't shave her udder. I didn't shave any parts of her because we're getting ready to go into a cold season, but I will be shaving her udder tomorrow. And just seeing kind of what she's got going on, and to get these babies used to kind of having a little bit of time without mama. Because a lot of you know here that we do a hybridized raising of our kids. We let the dam raise her kids because we think there's value in goats learning how to be goats from other goats. But we also like to have friendly babies, and because we milk test, it's important for us to break these guys to a bottle so that when we do milk test, it's not too stressful and they already kind of know how to utilize a bottle before it's time for them to have to use a bottle. So that's what we'll be doing starting tomorrow, because these guys are 4 days old, and this will be getting turned off. Well, it's only going to be a high in the 20s on Tuesday. We're going to be back in the 50s by the weekend. So you guys can see, like, they're healthy, they're bouncing around, they're moving, they're being good little babies, they're being super sweet, and they're just the best little things ever. Oh yes. But it's time to start that routine, and I only have it with these two, so it's not like it's overwhelming like when I have 30 kids on the ground. So we're excited to get these guys moving in the right direction, right, Tahila? Chikorita? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You're so sweet. You're so sweet. There's nothing like newborn baby goats. Nothing like newborn kids. Today, Tahila and Chikorita are getting a little fence time with the rest of the herd. And more importantly, that fellow right there. I'm really concerned with how our livestock guardian dogs are going to be doing with the first kids born while they're here. They weren't present for the birth. I didn't want them to stress out. Chicken Hawk is a brand new mom. It was her first time. It was stressful enough for her, much less adding in 2 livestock guardian dogs that are learning their job still, and one is in there. So I'm getting ready to see how it does. Anyways, he's coming up to him to say hello. No. No. No, 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 no. It's okay. You're okay. Hey, Dexter. You're okay. Easy. Easy, bud. It's okay. Easy. It's okay. You can come in here. You can come in. I'm just really concerned about his interest in her. See if she can figure out how she got in here. I just don't want her getting out onto the field because she's so much tinier. And I am worried that they will think she is a plaything. And while she may look it, and she's super duper cute, Chikorita is not a plaything. All right, Cheek. Here we go, Cheek. Here we go. There you go. Stay in there with your mom. Hey, Dexter. Dexter. You're okay. Come here, buddy. Come here. It's okay. Oh, I hurt his feelings. My boys are really responsive to correction. And it's not like he did anything crazy wrong. Hi, bud. Come here, Dexy. Dexter. Good boy. Come on, good boy. He doesn't know what he did. That was my fault. No! He doesn't know what he did. He has no idea what he's done wrong. And technically he didn't do anything wrong. There's just so little. If he just bats it wrong with his paw, he can really do some damage to these little ones. So I might later on bring him in with just the babies to get them kind of used to one another, because that scared me a little bit. And I know because it scared me, it scared you, didn't it? It scared him too. It's all right, Dexter. At this age, like, they're real formative. So it's important to not try to hurt their confidence. Right, buddy? It's okay. You did good. You did good, buddy. It's okay. Come here, Dexter. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, good, Dexter. Good boy. You're okay. You didn't do anything wrong, bud. Poor feller. And that's me having to learn. These guys are wired differently than like most dogs. You're wired differently, aren't you? And they really want to please. Like, both of my boys really want to please. So it hurts their feelings a little bit when I get on them like that. And it hurts their confidence because they're like, I don't know what I did wrong. So for me, I didn't expect for that little one to get out. That was unplanned for. And then I got scared. So it's okay, buddy. This is okay. So, we got Rex is going up and saying hello, which is good. It's all right, boys. Good boys. I want them to have good interactions. And it's actually good on Dexter. Dexter realized that was a new goat. He knew that wasn't a normal goat in the herd. That's why he kind of looked at it and was like, he knew that wasn't a goat that's usually in our herd. So I was worried too he'd identified as a threat. And when these guys identify threats don't last very long. So that's why I was a little bit more reactive. But we're learning. They're learning. I'm learning. We're doing fine. But today is the first day where the herd is welcome to say hello to these two new babies. These are just the cutest. Tehila and Chikorita. And Pretty Mama Chicken Hawk, huh? Hi, babies. I also cleaned out a lot of the bedding. So these guys are really interested in what's in the bedding. So I'm going to put these guys back up for a little bit. I just wanted them to have a little bit of time with exposure to the rest of their family. Even though they were all more interested in that than the babies. I will say one of the things I think is the hardest with these new livestock guardian dogs is that we are literally witnessing first with one another for the first time. Like, neither one of us is experienced in a stage and what it is that we're experiencing or what we're trying to teach one another, because they teach me a lot every day too about livestock guardian dogs and what their baselines are, and I'm trying to teach them a lot too. So I've never let new babies out with this type of livestock guardian, so that scared me. He realized that wasn't a normal goat. So I think that for us is the hardest part, is that the dogs and I are both going through first together. So I feel like we give ourselves some pretty wide area for error and mistake, but we're going to work through it. And I just don't want them to make mistakes or to have experiences that are going to set them back training wise. Like, I'm pretty dedicated to these guys. I still watch for littermate syndrome because we're only 6 months old. So there's still plenty of time for that to come up. But look how big these guys are at 6 months. They're not even close to being adult size. So they're learning a lot, but these guys are pretty much in now with our girls nonstop with very little supervision. We don't let them have access to them at night. They have access to the field and they have access to this run. they don't have access to the girls at night, because I feel like there's a lot of potential for things to go down wrong and I'm sleeping, so I'm not up and moving. Now, eventually we will. Eventually that will come to fruition. Probably we'll start trying to do that here in the next month or two. And then by spring, my plan is that they're in completely, 100%. Found something in there they really, really like. You'll notice we've upgraded. One of the good things about our kidding stalls here is that when we put these in last February, we made it to where we could have drop panels in between, so that literally a stall this size, just like that, could have the panel removed, and it's a double stall. So it gives these guys a lot more space to roam around. And honestly, I'm really glad that I have these, because now with these Livestock Guardian dogs out, I kind of don't really want to let these guys out on their own with the herd until they're about a month old. Just where they're old enough. Hopefully the boys will have exposure to them, very supervised prior to that. But I don't plan to really let these guys out onto the herd and on the pasture by themselves until probably after the first of the year. It's December 2nd. So we've got about a month. But that's the nice thing about these, is like I can give them even more space. I can give them 4 stalls wide if I really want to. And that was the whole purpose of us designing our kidding stalls this way, which actually that's all Mark's doing. Mark made all of my kidding stalls for me. I dream up what I want to happen here, and God love him, he works so hard to make it all happen, especially when I'm like, hey, January, February, let's do new kidding stalls. And our first does are due in March, but that's kind of how we roll here. What are you doing up there? Hey, what are you doing up there? So today is Chicken Hawk's baby's first day out on the field. I'm letting them out, and I'm gonna keep my Livestock Guardian dogs in their rest pen, is what I call it. This is where I feed them in the mornings. I give them a little period of rest so they can kind of unwind. If they want to come back out to work, I let them come right back out to work. But today, I'm gonna give these guys a few hours while it's nice and warm. They were just disbudded yesterday. They're at that 24-hour mark. They're eating, they're doing fine. They're not showing any signs of stress. And I figured they're 2 weeks old, and it is time to start introducing them to the rest of my herd. They're old enough now that they should be able to read body language. They need to start knowing the gals in the herd, who the head honchos are, who to stay away from, who can be friends. And it also is going to help Chicken Hawk to establish a greater bond. It just seems like when they get out with all these other goats, that they just really do learn to stick close to mom and learn their mom's body language, to learn their mom's call. They're a little bit more responsive. So it's a big day for them. I'm going to be monitoring for a little bit, and then I'm going to go inside since the doggies aren't on the field today for right now. I'll give them a few hours to do their thing, and then I'll probably go back to separate them. But for right now, they're intermingling. I don't know if the girls are gonna like sharing all the lovin's with them, but they'll have to. Once I'm done letting them have their time on the field, I'll put them back up inside in their overnight quarters, and I'll let the dogs out. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing a supervised introduction, just because it's time. It's time to see how they do with these young ones. Also, I have a feeling Chicken Hawk will tell them what's too close, and what's not, because she's pretty protective as a mom. Oh my gosh, they're just so cute at this age. She doesn't like the cats, so she's gonna go run the cats off, and the little babies are gonna just run around and have a good old time.